What do you do if your gin doesn't have enough kick to it? I'm gonna cram it full of so much flavor that it changes its name to ginger. See what I did there?
I just said, yes, man, right away, anything.
Okay, so recently I made some gin, link to the video right up here. I was really happy with the gin itself. It's quite good, but it didn't have enough citrus for my taste. I was trying to replicate a gin I had had before that had a crap ton of citrus flavor. I wasn't able to get enough in there. Mainly because I don't have a real gin basket. I got tons of comments in that video from a bunch of you guys that were giving me really good advice on how to do kind of a makeshift gin basket inside my column. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna send this to the Liquor Fairy with a packed column. I don't know if you can see down there, I've got some stainless steel scrubbies down inside the column already. So the way we're gonna make a gin basket inside this column without having to add any other pieces or make any other components, we're gonna chop up some ginger and we're gonna grate some lemon zest, put that into the column, and then hold it in place with some more stainless steel scrubbing. That's it. And since the Liquor Fairy has never done this before, I'm just gonna do a small 1 liter batch. Luckily, I have a mini still that I can send to the Liquor Fairy, so we can have a small scale test. If you haven't seen the video where I built my little mini still, go ahead and check out this link right up here. Today, we're just gonna do 1 liter of the gin that we made and see what happens. Wish me luck. Finally, I have the lemony, citrusy goodness that I was looking for. The aroma is like fresh, zested lemons and also a tiny bit of cooked lemon and some ginger. By the way, this has been proofed down to 50%. Any lower than that and you risk leaching, even with distilled water, because you've just infused a whole bunch of citrus oils in there, that can lead to some unexpected leaching at higher proofs. So keep that in mind. I didn't lose any of the gin character from the original, and I am so happy about that. Even though the lemon was grated really fine and there was so much in there, there were no problems in the run. So this is definitely a viable option for those of you who don't have a gin basket. Just use some scrubbies. To everybody that commented on my previous video about doing that, thank you so much, because that was incredibly helpful. That is my new go-to when I want to infuse some flavor. So it's just got this really bright, zippy lemon, and I can kind of taste the ginger, but not really. I'm looking for it too. I mean, I can kind of smell it in there, but I'm not really picking it up on the palate. And that's a problem for me because I really wanted this to be a citrus and ginger kind of thing. Luckily, that brings me to today's sponsor, Olive Nation. So Olive Nation sent me a pound of this crystallized ginger. I already ate some. If you've never had it before, it's dehydrated ginger with a little bit of crystallized sugar on it. This stuff is so zippy and fresh and spicy. This is the flavor that I want in the gin. And I think it's gonna be a perfect complement to the lemon. So, there we go. So if you don't know who Olive Nation is, they make tons of different ingredients for baking and brewing. So they've got extracts and flavorings and vanilla, and then they've got all this cool dried fruit. I highly encourage you to check out their entire website for things that you can use, because This wasn't even on my radar as far as ingredients that I wanted to even experiment with until I was just scrolling around the website and I was like, crystallized ginger. So use the link down below in the video description or in the top comment to check out their website, see if there's anything you want. When you go to checkout, make sure you use this coupon code so that you can get a big fat discount on everything that you buy. Thank you very much, Olive Nation, because you're gonna make this gin project so much better. To people who don't want to have any sweetness in their gin, I get that. I think the alternative would be just using some fresh ginger. I wouldn't grate it up, but I would slice it up because you're gonna get more surface area and more flavor. You're not gonna get the juice, the liquid out of it that's gonna end up coloring your gin. Full disclosure, I tried an experiment with this with just some of my plain gin. It's still nice and clear, so it doesn't really have a lot of color to leach. It does not take very long to infuse that flavor. Yum. It only takes about 12 to 24 hours to really get most of the flavor out of the ginger. After that, basically just wait for it to turn white. And so when this turns white, then it's ready to go. And you get a tiny bit of sweetness to it. Not a lot, but just enough. Like I said, if that's not your thing, then go with fresh ginger. I just want to say a massive thank you to all of my Patreons, everybody down here and everybody that's not listed. Thank you guys so much. I am grateful for your support. It's nice to have you guys in my team so that we can nerd out about some of this weird stuff. So thank you very much. I could not do this without you, and you guys are definitely still keeping my lights on. So thank you very much. I am super happy with the amount of citrus that came through this. I really wasn't sure how much I was going to get, but damn. I'm much closer to the commercially produced gin that I had tried and wanted to replicate. I think that's the lesson here. If you make something like gin and you just didn't get enough flavor in it, run it again and re-infuse more flavor. I wasn't sure if that was going to work. I didn't really lose anything as far as the botanicals that I originally put in there, and in fact gained a much more prominent citrus flavor that I was looking for the whole time. Don't be afraid to experiment and try something again. All right, so now I have my little lemon ginger baby, and I'm gonna let her sit for about a day, then strain out my ginger and try not to drink it all at once. I can't wait to start making some cocktails. All right, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up because it really helps out the channel. If you have any of your own infusion recipes or successes, please post them down in the comments section down below. If you want to see what kind of weird shit I'm gonna get up to next time, do yourself a favor and hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon right next to it so that you can get notified when I post new content. I've got some delicious cocktails in my future for the weekend. All right, thanks for watching. Talk at you later.